like down up. You're gonna make my double chin stick out. Yeah. So, number one, I am really bad at vlogging. So much so that it is 12:20. We woke up at, or I woke up at 6:40. That's Trevor, by the way. You can turn around. This is Trevor, childhood friend of mine. Childhood? High school. High school.
Kind of childhood. 13.
Long-time friend of mine.
13 years
Woolly
old.
mammoth dude. Yeah, I woke up at 6:40. It's 12:20. We're road tripping to Chattanooga, Tennessee right now. And we've been on the road for 4 hours and 20 minutes. And we're just now starting the vlog. So that's number one. I'm really bad at this. Trying to get better. I used to be really good at it. Now I'm really bad. Number two, if you follow me on social media, you've seen what I did. I bought something kind of ludicrous, kind of expensive, but I'm really excited, and that's where we're going. We're going to pick it up. It is a trailer, an adventure trailer, off-road trailer, camping trailer. I don't really know what to call it. I think they're typically called like off-road trailers. It's homemade, but the guy basically based it on what Manly and X-Venture and a few other companies are making, and those are two-wheel trailers that are based on the M416 military trailer, which is a tiny little cargo utility trailer that's really easy to build on, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. And this thing is sweet. We are, what, 2 hours out now, I think? Right at, I don't know. 2 hours and 7 minutes away. 2 hours, 6 minutes. 2 hours left, Trevor. Yeah, it's been a long day because we got about 3 hours of sleep. I've been pumping up on caffeine to try to make it there. But yeah, 2 hours left. We're gonna pick the thing up, and then we have 6 hours home, unless we decide to stop and camp, which is what it looks like we're gonna be doing now. Because we had to drive through the Great Smoky Mountains to get there, and it kind of only makes sense when you're picking up a camping trailer to, when you're bringing it back on a long road trip, just camp on the way back. And that's the plan right now, I think, is camping. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to show you guys what this trailer looks like, and I cannot wait, one, to see it myself. I haven't seen it yet, just pictures, and two, I can't wait to use it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go do now. Sorry about the dogs, they're panting. I wasn't a bad dog father. I left them in the truck with the car running. It was running with the AC on. I was just outside. I'm not a bad dog father. But we got the trailer. It's right back there. Right back there. Yes. It's sick. And I absolutely cannot wait to get to a campsite and deploy it. We got to figure out where we're going though. So we just drove to this guy's house. We didn't vlog much before because it was literally just miles and miles of Tennessee road, but we're gonna go figure out, one, where we're eating, and two, where we're going, because we're not gonna drive all the way back. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, kind of crashing hard right now, and it's 3:35. I've been up since 6:40. Trevor is actually getting tired too. He actually, it's weird. You look like Bam Margera with blonde hair right now. It's really strange.
Do not look like Bam Margera.
You do. It's the toboggan and the sunglasses together. That's exactly what it is. You look like Bam Margera. You're welcome. I told the guy that we wanted to pick it up and probably go camping on the way back, since it was, 6 hour one-way drive. So he actually set it up, got it ready for me to go. He charged the battery up. He did everything. So it's good to go. I guess we can just stop here. Let's just turn off here. I guess I should probably pull up to a gas pump.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm on E. So we're all fueled up and I guess ready to go. We're on our way to, what's the lake's name?
Lake Chantila? Is that what?
Well, there's two T's. It's like Titla. Chantitla?
Chantila.
I don't know. It's in,
Robbinsville?
that might be it. Yeah, Robbinsville. So there are 2 little free campsites there. We're hoping that, I mean, it's middle of the week. It's Wednesday at 5:20. We're going to be there in like an hour. Hopefully nobody's there. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that anybody's going to be at a campsite on a Wednesday when it's kind of overcast. I'm just excited to get this thing out of the wrapper and just pitch the tent for the first time. The strap broke already. I guess it's just dry rotted. This thing has been actually in storage for like I said, since 2010. He said he built it in 2008, and then he used it for about 2 years going off-road, like four-wheeling with his Land Cruiser, and then he parked it when he moved here from Kentucky. Moved to Tennessee from Kentucky, and he said he hasn't really touched it since 2010. So this thing has been in storage for 7 years, and it's in good shape, right? I mean, it doesn't look...
Yeah.
It looks nice. So it's a decommissioned military trailer. I said that. It's M416. They're tiny, and they get beat up by the military, and they're eventually retired. These were retired way back when. I think these were built in like the 60s and 70s. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me, but they're old trailers, so the physical body of the trailer is a little banged up on the back, but otherwise it's in good condition, and he's done a lot of modifications to it. I'll show you guys. I'll do like a walk around of it, but look, welcome to North Carolina.
Oh, this goes all the way to Mandio?
Yeah.
That's like close by where Chase lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Call him up. We're gonna go there, get set up, probably not eat. We probably won't even build a fire. I mean, it's 70-some degrees outside. We're probably gonna go to sleep as soon as the sun goes down, because we gotta drive back 4 hours in the morning, and he's gotta get to work by like 4.
Yeah.
So we got to go to Charlotte, and then he's got to drive to Winston. So we get a lot of driving. Knew it was going to happen. Well, I was afraid of it. We've been driving around the campsite we were looking for. There were 12 total sites, because there was that one across the lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was 11 over here. Where was number 12? Because that one over there was 13.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no number 12. So there were, I guess, 12 campsites, and they were all taken. They're on the water, awesome looking campsites, but all taken. So now we've got one last ditch effort to go find one. There's a paid campsite up here, which I'm not opposed to paying, but it's 7 p.m. Rangers usually check out at 6. Hell, half the time they're supposed to be there till 6 and they leave at 4. Ask me how I know. So we're gonna go here, see if there's anything for us. If not, then we got a 4-hour ride home at 7 p.m. There's a camp sign right there. Oh, it's that way. Okay, that's where we were, down there. So now I'm going this way. I don't need to. Wow, what a day. As you saw, put up the tent. We found a campsite. It's a paid campsite, private campsite, so we've got neighbors and whatnot. It's not on a road, it's on a little loop. And there's some loud ass people down here in the lake. But it's better than driving 4 more hours home after we've been on the road for what, 12 hours. Like, we left 12 hours ago. So we were on the road for most of that. You know, all of maybe an hour for this, picking that up and paying for it. And the rest we've been just driving around trying to find something someplace to camp. Also, you're not a man of many words, are you?
Not so much.
Well, you are, just not when the camera's rolling, right? Or do I just talk all the time?
I think it's just you.
Anyway, this is Trevor. We went to high school together. I know I mentioned that earlier, but he does a lot of crazy shit. You skateboard, but mainly, I mean, you work in a coffee shop too, but you work at Coachella. You work...
I am an inventory manager for the merchandise branch of a couple different festivals around the country.
There. So he works all these major, like, music festivals. What was the one in Alabama?
Hangout. Coachella, Stagecoach, Hangout, Chicago Open Air, Panorama, FYF, Desert Trip.
The camera's over there.
I know.
So yeah, he gets around. He was going to be helping me doing this. May still, I guess, before you leave. But he's moving out to Arizona, so talk him out of it. Do your best. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm going to cook some dinner and stuff my face and just pass out. So, I'll show you this thing tomorrow in more depth. And then we're going to head home. Long drive. Good night. So as you could probably tell, that tent does not take long to put up or break down. About 5 minutes going up and maybe 10 to 15 breaking it down. It does take a little more time because you got to get all those little flaps pushed in. And one of the straps broke on it, but it still works quite well. And it slept well. The mattress inside's not like the most comfortable mattress in the world. It's actually not very comfortable. I would probably put something on top of the mattress that comes in it, but the nice thing is it pops out and your bedding's there because it has a mattress built in, so it's definitely a nice thing to have. It definitely makes camping really easy with running water and hot shower and how fast it pops up and breaks down. But we're headed back. We got about 4 hours on the road now, 3 hours 42 minutes until we get back to Charlotte, and then I gotta figure out if this thing's actually gonna fit in my garage. We only slept a few hours. I mean, we laid down at what, like 10 maybe?
Yeah.
God, I was exhausted, so tired. I probably looked tired in the video. Laid my head down, wide awake until what, 1 a.m. We both were just like, fuck this, we can't sleep. Like, so we sat there and talked, and then when we were trying to go back to sleep, some idiot decided to start doing burnouts. It had to be right at the opening of the campground we were at. But he did it for probably 30 minutes.
Yeah, about.
Burnouts, donuts, just everything right at the campground. Really annoying. But I think I fell asleep around 3 a.m. and finally just gave up at 6 because I kept getting woken up. The person beside us left their campground or their campsite in their car at like 4 a.m. Came back at 5, and I just said screw it. Stella woke me up at 6 and I just got up. So long drive ahead, still not much sleep, but feeling pretty good today. I'm exhausted. It's almost 10 p.m. now, and I didn't record much after we got back because Trevor was in a hurry to get back to work. I've got way too much to do, but I actually just ended up falling asleep for a few hours. Totally unintentional. Didn't mean to, but I couldn't really help it. I was exhausted. I mean, I drove 800 some miles, a little over 800 miles, and I had got a total of 6 hours of sleep between 2 days. Anyway, I wanted to do kind of a walk around tour of the trailer, but we got too carried away in getting everything set up, taking everything down. We ran out of daylight. We didn't have much time in the morning. So what I did is I actually woke up really early and shot a bunch of footage of the trailer as the sun was coming up. So some of the footage may not even really be any good. It was kind of dark still, but I wanted to get the footage and we were in a time crunch. So I wanted to do, if nothing else, I wanted to talk about it and show it off with the footage I shot earlier and just tell you a little bit about it. I'll do a full-on tour if you guys want it later. Just let me know down below if you want me to do like a literal walkthrough tour of the trailer and show you how it works and things like that. So I know I've mentioned it before, but the trailer is an M416. It's a military issue trailer that they used to pull behind those Jeeps that you saw in like Vietnam. They're lightweight and they don't make them anymore. And that trailer is kind of hard to come by. You can find them, but they're expensive as hell. And I managed to find one with a tent mounted on top, and I wanted a tent and I wanted a trailer, and it just kind of came together. But it just so happens that this guy who made this trailer was awesome. I think he's some sort of engineer. Not exactly sure what he does. He works for a car company, and his job is to make things smarter, more usable, and it's very evident in this trailer. I mean, it doesn't come with a ton of polish. Wires are exposed, hoses are everywhere, but it's okay. It's for camping. It's not meant to be extremely pretty or anything, so it's totally fine. So first up, there is the tent on top. That's your standard rooftop tent. It pulls out, you unzip the cover off the top of it, you slide the ladder out, extend it out, and then you use some rods to extend out your awning and your flies. Once you do that, the tent's up and it takes like 5 minutes. That's it. It's very, very quick. Taking it down is a little bit more time consuming because you have to ensure that all the flaps are pushed in, and getting everything lined up is a little frustrating. The cover gets caught on the ladder. Once it's zipped up, you strap it down and it's good to go. So next up is a battery. There's a large wet battery in there, and it charges through the battery on my truck through the 7-pin connection, which is really cool. But that battery is also charged via a trickle charger and a wall outlet, like from when I'm home. There's also solar panels that you can use. I didn't really show those off, but there are solar panels that you can pull out. That battery mainly powers the water pump. But there's also some other things. There's some 12-volt sockets on either side of the trailer that you can plug like a car charger into, or if you need a CPAP, you can run your CPAP off this, get a refrigerator on there. Just about anything you can think of, you can power with that battery. And if you wanted to power it more sustainably, you could add a second battery, or you could add better solar panels, like bigger, higher wattage solar panels, and that's a plan of mine to up the solar panels a little bit. But that water pump is connected to a big water tank. That's a 20-gallon water tank, so you can fill it to the brim, and you've got 20 gallons of water. But that also runs to a hot water heater, which is propane powered. There are 2 propane tanks on the front. One I would use probably for cooking, like a propane stove. The other for the hot water heater. You hook that up to the gas line in the hot water heater, you flip a switch to turn on the pump, turn on the water to the hot water heater, and you have a shower head and a shower stall, and you can take a hot shower in the woods. And I know it's kind of close to glamping, but still, that's pretty sweet. The trailer has a built-in brake, it's got military tires, it is rugged, and it will go anywhere that my truck will go, which is awesome. And one of the main reasons I wanted the M416 trailer is because it's so small and so compact. A lot of the other military trailers that people build these off-road trailers on, they're too big. They're really large. There is M101, there's an M105, and there are many, many different versions of those 2 trailers, and they're just massive compared to the M416. But yeah, this thing's built like a tank. I'm excited to use it. I used it once, but I want to go back out and use it again this weekend. I think I'm not going to be able to because I'm so busy. I'm behind now because I didn't plan on driving to Chattanooga and back, but it was an awesome, awesome road trip. I'm sorry this vlog wasn't more interesting, I guess. We were really in a time crunch to get there, to get to a campsite, to get back home, and I was stressed and sleepy, and I'm sorry, but I really wanted to share this experience with you because I know a lot of people get these trailers. They don't pop up very often, and that's why I jumped on it and bought it, because a real adventure trailer, one that you buy from like Manly, the Manly ORV, or an X-Venture trailer. They have like the X3 now. Those things run like 10 grand and up. The Manly ORV, I think, starts at like 6 grand, but that's a bare bones trailer. If you want all the stuff that thing has on it, you're gonna spend upwards of $10,000. I think the base of the X-Ventures trailer is around 10 grand or 11 grand. And once you're done adding a tent and everything else on it, you can spend upwards of like $20,000 to $25,000 on those things. This thing is overkill for what I need right now, and I am super pumped. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see me do an actual tour of the trailer and not just see some standard B-roll shots of it, let me know down below. I'd love to do it. It could be a little while before I get back out there and I'm able to actually use the thing and do a walkthrough of it. I'll try to do it soon if I can, but just let me know if you want to. See it down below. I do have new social handles on Instagram and Twitter for Mod if you want to follow us around the web. You can find us at Mod Outdoor on both Twitter and Instagram. It is kind of redundant because Modern Outdoor Dweller Outdoor, and I get that, but man, I racked my brain over a decent Twitter handle for a long time, and that's the best thing I could come up with. So if you've got a better suggestion, drop it down below in the comments, and if you pick one that I actually like and use, I'll send you something. I don't know what it is, but I'll make it worth your time. So if you've got suggestions, throw them down below. Of course, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. You can also support what I do here on Mod at patreon.com/CasperTech. You can donate there if you'd like, or you can use the links down below in the description to purchase things from Amazon. If you use our links, it gives me a little bit of a kickback. So thank you again, and of course, until next time, live outdoors a little.